Hey everybody, Saru here. We're going to do a quick video on this. This is the FX Unit Yuki SG Memorial Box. This is the Wave 2 box. We're going to be sending these out the first week of December all the way through the middle of December towards, well, before Christmas basically, so that everything gets out before the Christmas rush, because things are going to get crazy. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is a couple of the delays that we had with the FX Unit Yuki Memorial Box. What had happened is there was a bit of a delay for the PCBs, so we had to wait for the PCBs. Then those came through, we have them now, but then other components that we had bought, like the black shells, the clam shells that they go in, those were lost along with our pink shells that enclose the game. The special pink shells were lost. So big apologies on that, but some things happen, it's inevitable. Our operation is very small, there's only 2 of us, so it's basically just me and Jesse. We ship and do the logistics and handle customer service. It's all done by us, so sometimes things get crazy, sometimes things get delayed. So a big thank you to those who have patience for your stuff, and you are going to get it very soon. So if you missed out, you can go get it. You can go get it right now, and you can have it in 2 to 3 weeks, because that's when we're going to send everything out. All right, let's get into the box. Oh, actually, before I get into the box, let me just say we also have these acrylic Yuki standees that you can get. Basically, it's a Yuki stand. Here's the stand. Here's Yuki. I don't want to peel it because we don't have that many. But she just goes in there. Cool little Yuki stand. You can buy it if you want a physical something of FX Unit Yuki that you can display. There's this really nice acrylic standee. I'm a big fan of acrylic stuff, and so we made one of those. Now the mouse pads, they were a success. They're all gone. We didn't make very many actually, but the fact that they're all gone makes it a successful sale. I posted about these on my Twitter, on my Instagram, and now Blue Sky. So if you're on Instagram, Twitter, or Blue Sky, you can find me as Sarumaru VG. Alright, getting into the memorial box, this is what you get when you delve into it. First, a little thank you message with whatever number your box is out of 160. And we're only making 160. We were going to make more, but that was pretty much all that we could afford to make. So we only made 160 of them, so that we can still have regular ones to sell to people too, which are all gone, I believe. I don't know if there are any regular ones left. Anyway, first item is the FX Unit Yuki chiptune soundtrack. These are all the chiptune arrangements of FX Unit Yuki that you'll find in the Genesis Mega Drive version of our game. For those of you who prefer chiptunes, you're going to love this. The arrangements are excellent. Excellent arrangements, very talented people working on this version. If you're a fan of the original soundtrack, we are going to be making something very cool regarding FX Unit Yuki in collaboration with Artemio of the 240p suite. There will be an official FX Unit Yuki version of the 240p suite for the PC Engine, which will contain the original soundtrack along with a Yuki branded version of the 240p suite. So you have like a little chibi Yuki graphic in it. You've got some background graphics for calibration. It's basically a branded FX Unit Yuki version of the 240p suite with Yuki assets in game, as well as the original soundtrack, all on one disc. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Next, we've got a sticker sheet along with FX Unit Yuki, Ultra Drive Unit Jenny, Shiro, and a little chibi otaku Yuki, our little nerd Yuki right here. So cute. I absolutely love these kind of sticker sheet things. I think they are great. Alright, next is a holographic sticker. This is a sparkly, glittery holographic sticker of a chibi Yuki. Next is a print. This is a photo print of the poster itself. The FX Unit Yuki poster that we made for Japan when we first released this game. We took it to Japan, to Game Tanteidan, to Bit Games, to Retro Game Camp. We gave them these posters so that they can display the game. Alright, and then the next item here is a Jenny charm. You get this Jenny acrylic charm. You can hang this on your cell phone, like 2000 era, or if you have a Game Boy or a Game Gear, you know how the Game Gear has like the little strappy? You can put this little strappy on your Game Gear if you want to, or your Game Boy. Finally, we have the game FX Unit Yuki for the Sega Genesis. And these come in a very similar box. Let me go ahead and open this. There we go. Alright, and inside we have full color instruction manual explaining the story, a big thank you, our characters, full color manual. And then of course there's the cartridge itself. Comes in its hot pink cartridge. And then the cartridges themselves do have branding. There is an FX Unit Yuki logo on the actual board itself. I don't know if you can see it right there. It does say FX Unit Yuki on the actual board. These are very complicated to open though. So once you close these, getting these open requires you to be extremely careful with them as to not damage the outer shell. But this is what how they look like. The cartridges themselves are beveled. Much like the first one, this one only plays on certain hardwares because that's just how it was programmed. The original release of this was only available, or you could only play it on an original Genesis that had the high definition graphics stamped on it. This one is a little different. This one you can play it on all Model 1s regardless of which revision of the Model 1 it is, and you can play it on all Model 2s. And Model 3s are weird. Some Model 3s will play it and some won't. Some clone consoles will play it and some won't. I don't know why. The compatibility is greater with this one, but basically if you have a Genesis 1 or 2, you're completely safe with it. Genesis 3, it depends. Your clone console, it just depends. Some clone consoles will play it. I know the Retron will play it. The Genesis Hyperkin one will play it. The Polymega will not, because I believe this needs to be sent to Playmaji. Since it's a different board, they probably have to program it to make it work. I don't know if that's the same case for the analog consoles. I think they probably have to do something on their end. I'm not sure who I have to reach out to, but anyhow, yeah. So those of you who didn't get it, came to the shop and saw it was sold out, it's no longer sold out. You can get, well, for the time being. I'm not sure how long they'll be up after this video, but we do have a few left, and if you want it, now's your chance. But that is the FX Unit Yuki memorial box and all of its contents, you guys. Hopefully that answers some questions about why the delays and compatibility, etc, etc. Keep in mind, we still have these FX Unit Yuki things and a whole lot more FX Unit Yuki news. We also are working on a new game called Nyanja, which brings back me and the original programmer, along with music by Sergio Elizondo, who is a big fan of cats and all things Japanese, so he is doing an excellent soundtrack for that game. So make sure that you guys check it out. If you want to play the demo of Nyanja, right now we have an older demo. We're going to update that demo because there's a bunch of bugs in that demo, but you can still play that demo before we update to the new one, depending on when you see it. But if you go to SaruPro.itch.io, you can play our demos there, including the demo to FX Unit Yuki. Also, digital goods will be going up on our itch.io page as well. If you want to buy the ISO for the game, for the Dreamcast, for the PC Engine, I'll have those ISOs there available for you to purchase, as well as all of our newest demos. Every time we make a new demo, we'll delete the old one and put up a new one. So if you want to play the first Nyanja demo, you can go play it right now. And that's for the PC Engine. So if you have a Mister, you can play it on your Mister or original hardware. If you burn it to disk, you can play our demos. But anyhow, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you everyone for your support. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.